Hi all, it's Tanya here. I'm not doing the facial review this week. I'm just going to get straight into it. Hopefully, I'll just have to move the table a smidge so you can see. Happy days. Okay, so this week it's going to be a quick one. Hi, Emery. Today, I'm going to show you a reflection technique. Now, I have been having a little play, and I'm going to show you what I've got. So, in the current catalogue, which expires in 7 days, is this amazing Hostess reward stamp. It's called Autumn Barn, and it's got a lovely barn on it. It's got a horse. It's got a really nice tree that you can have leaves or no leaves, and some, autumn blessings, and give thanks. So, I'm going to use that one. I'm also going to use, if I can find it, this lovely butterfly set that's out of the Every Little Thing in our current catalogue as well, which finishes in 7 days' time. The butterfly stamp and thin cuts comes exclusively with the card kit, but it is awesome. It comes with thin cuts for the butterflies and thin cuts for the sentiments as well. So it's a good deal. The other things that I'm using today are, I don't know how well you can see that, and my sheet's wet because I just went and washed it. Hi, Kerry. I'm so glad Fiji's let you back in. The other thing that I'm going to use is a sheet of acetate. So I've just got a sheet. I used it in another layout a couple of weeks ago, and I've just cut it in half. I'm going to show... Way I hit the camera. I'm going to show you the two blacks. I thought my Intense Black was playing up, so I opened a new one tonight. This one here is just the regular black. I found for this technique, the regular black works better. For some reason, the Intense Black and the Archival slide on the acetate, so you get a bit of your reflection can be a little bit blurry. So I'm going to show you both of those anyway tonight. Everything else is going to be completely optional. I've only had a quick play. I've just come back from Tassie and I haven't had much chance. So tonight I've just had a quick play. Reflection technique. This one here is using the Intense Black. As you can see, this one here is just a little bit blurry. I'm not quite happy with it. But the top is beautiful and crisp. But anyway. And then this one here is another one. So this is the straight black. This was my first go, so the stamp hadn't seasoned well, but the next one's going to be awesome. I had a play, now forgive me, I was trying to do a night scene and I just haven't built the colour up enough. But anyway, I started playing around with this, so I'm just going to show you how I did this tonight and you'll be able to have a play and perfect it, I'm sure. And the sponging. I've used the wrong colour green, but I'm going to show you just how to get the base and then you can work on it, play with it, perfect it, whatever you like. So, let's get going. So, what I have here is I've got our standard card size is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So, I've actually cut these at 4 by 5 1/4 so that when I put it on a card, I'll have a little border. For this barn stamp, our stamps are great. They will bend, and I've still got a little bit of ink on my block. They bend, so you can get a little bit more of a curve happening if you'd like on there, but my barn's on a bit too much of a lean. I had it happy. All right, so first up, I'm going to show you the Intense Black first, and you watch, it'll make a liar out of me, but you'll be able to see it. So, can you see my workspace? Yes, you can. Happy days. All right, so remember in our stamping videos, I like to do tap, 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 tap. Things wobble, things move. All right, I've got to do this as a landscape. And I'm just going to stamp it down. Now, remember, in previous workshops, you don't need a lot of pressure. Sometimes you just need to leave it there for a little bit, all right? And the ink will soak in. So, happy days. All right, next, I'm going to grab my acetate. And reflection, you want the exact mirror. So what we have to do, we have to stamp on the acetate intense black, and you will probably see this move in a minute. At the moment, there's no refills available for the intense black, so if you need a new one, you have to buy the whole thing. We have been told it costs about the same, a refill and a new pad. So, but they will be looking at that. I'm just going to stamp straight onto my acetate. And did you see that wobble? That wobbled then, so it's going to be a bit smudgy. But anyway, this is the demo. So see, it's smudged there a little bit, but that's okay. This is why I'm showing you. So you're going to line it up. You can offset it a little bit. Now, I like to use another block and just swipe in the one direction. One direction. And see, it's not great. I don't love it. So next I'm going to clean off my acetate. Where is my trusty sponge? I'm going to flip it over and use the other side. I'm going to clean my block. Because now I'm going to use a straight black, and it doesn't seem to move. For some reason it likes to grip, and it's a lot better. Oh, yuck. I just went to dry this and there was still ink on it, so it got all over me. Who else is there? Hi, Ange. So while I've got your attention, we have our breast cancer fundraiser on the 2nd of November. There's still time to book in. We still have spaces. It's going to be an amazing day. We've got a craft tombola. We've got exclusive gifts. We've got a left-right game that we're going to play. You are going to spew if you miss it. So I've just inked that up with the straight black, which is the water-based black. I'm going to stamp that down. Look at that one. It's lovely. Now, I don't know if you saw, but when I cleaned that other one, I flipped it over. So I'm going to use the opposite side just because I don't want a wet sheet of acetate. So our fundraiser, the cost is $20. $10 of that fee goes to the Breast Cancer Foundation. Did you see that when I planted that block down? It did not slide. So something in the solvent makes it like slippery. So I prefer, like I said, with my experimentation, I prefer to use the straight black. Now, I'm going to line that up. I don't think I got a very good coverage then. But it's a reflection. A reflection on a lake is never going to be perfect. But as you can see, if you look at those two, the transfer of the ink, I don't know how well you can see that, the transfer of the ink was a lot more intense with the straight watercolour in. Hi Jill, I've got you booked in, Anne-Marie, no worries. Okay, so that's that one. So then you can go, and I used sponges before. You could definitely use your watercolour pencils and colour in the barn, colour in the trees. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. So you would then just go over, you could go over and do your sponging on your lake, because otherwise you won't, where do you have a reflection really? It's always on water, isn't it, or ice or snow. You could definitely use this technique for Christmas cards, winter scenes, just going to lightly sponge a bit of blue in the scar. And then I'm going to use a bit of fern. Probably too much fern. Anyway, you get my picture, don't you? Picture. I'm such a dork. All right, you could then go and layer up some sapphire. And just build on that, okay? So that's the start of a card base. It could be masculine, feminine, whatever. I'm going to show you the next one, how I did the little trees with horsey. Same again. What I did though with this one, I actually started out with the colour on the base already. So I'm just inking up my sponge. I like to use a sponging technique. And basically it's going to be get lighter as I go up. So it's almost like an ombre. If you wanted to, you could use a circular technique. You could add a little black in there if you wanted a bit darker. And obviously the really dark bit is going to be our water. Look, you could even mask a little bit there and have a moonlight shining through if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Right, so again, I'm just going to show you on the straight black now because I've already demoed that I don't think the intense black is the right ink for that. So stampy, stampy, stampy. So I've done one right there on the edge of my water. And another. While I'm going to do a little. Hope you can still see that. I'm going to do our what is it? Horse. Goodness me. All right. So what I discovered before when I did the horse, I didn't actually like the look of the grass at the horse's feet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp him up and just wipe off the grass, the ink off the grass. Oh, I think I took too long then. See how he's all bubbled? Try again. What you could even do if you... Get in there. It's still not going to work right. It's a shadow though. Can you see that? That looks pretty good. And then I just did the trees one at a time. Who's loving this? Tell me. It's awesome. I think I got asked a little while ago about this technique and I just haven't gotten around it. You've got to have the right stamps, obviously. And then this tree could be a bit further away. Okay, so what do you reckon? That's pretty cool, yeah? See, it's just a little shimmer. This other one that I did, I drew a line in it. I wasn't really happy with that. You could possibly do a bit of darker shading. You be the judge. But that's pretty cool. The other thing I wanted to try, now I haven't tried this, so I don't know if it's going to work. It should work. So our butterfly stamps, it's funny, butterflies are never symmetrical. And so trying to get butterflies like back to back image or whatever on it can sometimes be a bit problematic. So you could definitely use this technique to get the reverse or the mirror of the butterfly. So I'm going to give it a go. So I've thin cut my butterfly, so that's just going to make it extra tricky. Idiot. But anyway, we'll see how we go. So I'm going to stamp our butterfly. I've picked the big one. I'm going to stand over it. Hopefully I don't bump the camera. So, butterfly stamped. Now I'm going to flip it over. And can you see that he's not really symmetrical? He's sort of close, but even his body here bends the opposite way. So that means this shape, it pretty much is symmetrical. But anyway, when it's not, I'll just show you anyway. So, stamp, stamp, stamp. Should be able to stick him on there. Oh, low power mode. And then, where is my block? Yep, it's there. It's not very good, because I took too long because I was talking. Ta-da! It's not as great as what it could be, but it's okay. It's because I talked too long. So that's it for me tonight. As I said, I promised I was going to be quiet, not quite quick, and this one's just a little quick one. So that tonight has been the reflection technique. So all you need is acetate. So these are actually just fly sheet covers or something that they use for binding books. I got a big block of 100 of them at Officeworks. So I've been using them for other projects as well. And the key thing, black ink, okay? So that's great. And obviously the right stamps. So these ones are great because you could use them for reflection scenes and whatnot. Okay, have a good night. I hope to see you at our workshop on the 2nd of November. Thanks, bye. Finish.